Okay, so I've already started by applying my foundation. I used the L'Oreal True Match in W4, and I just used the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki to apply that. MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20, and I'm just kind of dotting that under my eye. And then taking the remainder and going on my eyelids. And that's just going to cancel out any veins that I have in my eyes or any discoloration. My eyelids can be a little bit dark. Okay, next I'm going to set that concealer with my... I'm going to set that concealer with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm just going to mix these two shades here. I'm just using this tapered e.l.f. brush. Just for creasing under my eyes, set that concealer. And also take some of on my lid just to eyeshadow goes on my and stick to any concealer because the concealer's a little tacky. Okay, so since I'm doing like a smoky eye, I want to use a dark base to start out. So I'm using this Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Tough as Taupe. And I really like this color. I use it all the time, especially when I'm doing darker eyeshadow. But it even looks good just by itself. So I'm just getting it on my finger. And then I'm just going to tap it all over my lid. And then for my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Natural Matte palette. And I really, really like this palette. It's really good for everyday, or, you know, it has some darker colors in it, so you can really use it for anything. I'm going to go in with Lace Teddy and Honey Butter, and I'm going to mix those together, and that's going to be my transition shade. I'm using it on a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go into the crease and above. It's always important to put down a transition shade because it really helps your eyeshadow blend better and look. So I'm going to go in with Strapless, this color here, on the 217. And I'm going to go right into the crease with this. And I'm starting out on the outer corner because that's where I want it to be most pigmented. So kind of focusing the most color on the outside. So I feel like I lost a little bit of the warmer color that I had that I wanted to blend out the top. So I'm going to go in with Honey Butter on a fluffy brush and just kind of very little amount of this. Blend out that top edge just so that it blends into my brow bone a little bit nicer. So you should really barely be able to tell a difference, but it just helps it all blend. Okay, first I'm going to do Cashmere Bunny, and I'm going to see how that looks. So this one here, and this is a Sigma large shader brush. And I'm just using this over top that Maybelline base. Risque, which is this color over here, and I'm using this little MAC brush. It's a 275, and it's just kind of like a fluffy brush with a little bit of an angle, and I like using this for when I'm putting color on the outer corner. So I hold the brush so that the angle is going in the direction that I want it to, and then I just kind of tap it. And blend into a V shape, so it's kind of like a shape like that. And then I'm blending just a little bit inwards slightly so that it looks more blended. And then going on the other side. Okay, so this is where you want to take a clean blending brush and just blend out that outer corner so that there's nothing too dark or everything blends nicely. Heaven, just this cream shade right here. This is a MAC 239, and just going under the brow bone. And then I'm just going to take this little detail brush. This is from Morphe. It's the B16 brush. And I'm going to take Heaven again. And this I'm going to use on the inner corner. Eyeliner, I'm going to use Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner, and this is Blackest Black. It just comes in this little pot. And I'm using the Sigma Small Angle E65 brush for my liner. And I am going to do a little bit of a wing. So when I do the wing, I'm just going to take the brush and kind of stamp where I want the wing. For the bottom lash line, I'm going to go back into my palette and I'm going to use Honey Butter and Lace Teddy, just like I did on the top as my transition color, and just blend that underneath. And then I'm taking a little liner brush and I'm going to use Strapless and mix it with Risque. And I'm just going to line the outer third. And I'm not going to go all the way in. Okay, so now I'm just going to curl my eyelashes, apply my mascara, which is this CoverGirl Supersizer, and I'm going to put on fake eyelashes, and the ones I'm using are from the brand Kiss, and they are in the style Ritzy. So this is what it looks like with just mascara on. I also went ahead and added a nude colored liner on my waterline. But I just applied mascara. If you want to leave it at this, you can. And I probably would totally wear it out just like this, but I have these eyelashes and I want to wear them, so I'm going to put these on. Okay, so my camera cut off, but what I basically just did was highlighted with my Maybelline concealer, middle of my forehead, down my nose, chin, Cupid's bow, and then set everything with the two top colors from the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. And then I just went in and bronzed my face with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. So now I'm going to add blush, MAC Warm Soul, and this Morphe E4 brush. So I'm kind of starting right in the middle and blending backwards. And this blush isn't that dark, so you can kind of get away with applying a little bit more. At least when I'm tan it. For my highlighter, I'm going to use Laura Geller Gilded Honey. It's like a nice gold highlighter, and the Real Techniques setting brush. And just going on the top of my cheekbone, and I kind of round it out at the apple of my cheek. And take whatever's left over just up the temple. I'm also going to go a little on the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and on my finger, right above my lip. For lips, I'm going to use my favorite lip pencil. It is this Makeup Forever lip liner in 3C. And then I'm going to use this Ofra liquid lipstick in Bel Air. I really like this color. It's a nice nude, but it has a little bit of pigment to it, so it's not super light. So that is how I do my smoky eye. I really like this one. I like matte colors a lot. They're my favorite. I really recommend this palette if you don't have it. It's probably my favorite eyeshadow palette. I've had it for a couple months now, and I use it all the time.